Life interactions often throw up interesting twists. Some appear simple and straightforward, yet deep down lies a web of complications. Take the firstborn phenomenon. This refers to the attention and consideration given to the first to be born among a line of siblings of same parenthood. This phenomenon comes with benefits, power, authority, and duties, responsibilities, and obligations attached. In several climes, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, the whole of Asia, Eastern Europe, and South America, the firstborn syndrome commands a high degree of seriousness. It is generally a spin-off from the universal preeminence given to male authority figure, with man considered as the head of a family. The firstborn issue is, however, not exclusively male-inclined, as females can also be first in a biological bloodline of siblings. A first child, or a firstborn as it is commonly called, most times plays the lead figure in the absence of the father, and in some cases even while the parents are alive. Through ages, the role of the firstborn child has been socially significant, particularly in male-dominated societies. Being the first child of a family entails essential responsibilities and duties with accompanying requisites and benefits. Experts have long argued that the firstborn child receives differentiated treatment within the household. Psychologists, for instance, say firstborn children get more care than siblings born afterwards. Experts submit further that other siblings sequentially make do with shared parental attention, unlike the firstborn, who may be pampered exclusively from day one. The first child is often raised with more care and attention than the other siblings that follow, an advantage that enables the firstborn child to develop certain characteristics, good and bad. In most circumstances, the first child arrives when a couple may be inexperienced and new to raising a child. This tends to create a sense of extra awareness, caution, and concern for the child. Experts argue that this situation tends to create a mom and dad are mine attitude in firstborns that impede relationship among siblings if not properly handled. Indeed, there have been instances of feud, litigation, and prolonged legal battles among disputing siblings. The way siblings of a firstborn act towards them and the expectations placed by the extended society are also seen as factors that contribute to character development among firstborns. A research journal of human resources revealed that firstborn children outperform their younger siblings on intellectual tests. Starting from infancy, they are better set up for academic and intellectual success due to the type of parenting they experience. First children are often reliable, conscientious, structured, cautious, achievers, but controlling and always wanting to excel. There are favors and benefits that come with being a first child, especially in male-inclined societies. For instance, in most climes, firstborns are entitled to most of the parents' inheritance. In some cases, the firstborn takes all of the inheritance. An instructive reference point is in Judaism, where the firstborn is also accorded a special position. Though the firstborn child enjoys some requisites, they are, however, likely to be saddled with more responsibilities as he or she grows in adulthood. This is a price most firstborns pay, which tend to trigger an intense sense of fear of failure. According to Michelle P. Maidenberg, a child and family therapist in New York, nothing the first child accomplishes feels good enough. Society, religion, and culture place extreme burden on the firstborn child in families. Being the eldest child in the family often entails additional responsibilities, expectations, and demands. Across the globe, and especially in Africa, different cultures exhibit this tendency in varying degrees. Nonetheless, the added pressure and importance associated with firstborns seem a universal trait. The consequence is that a firstborn child can suffer mental collapse under such responsibilities, with effects ranging from anxiety disorder to severe case of lack of performance. Being a firstborn in Nigeria, as in most African countries, comes with so many responsibilities. The child is expected to set examples and standards for the younger siblings. With the coming of age, the firstborn steps in as parent to younger siblings and bears the family burden. Most firstborns end up living in the shadow of fulfilling their parents' dreams. They hardly live their own dreams. They always find themselves trying to be the perfect child. Parents from different cultures mostly expect the firstborn child to be the one to carry on the family name and legacy, as well as maintain the family reputation. In poor homes, the expectation also includes bringing in extra money needed by the family for its daily survival. The firstborn child is also expected to help with the bills in the house as well, to send the younger siblings to school. Sociologists and human behavioral experts say these pressures generate frustration for the firstborn when not meeting up with the expectations. Firstborn children in the higher classes or rich homes in most societies, the major problem is a combination of status anxiety and performance anxiety. The desire and quests to maintain the current status and preserve the family reputation is a pressure point, resulting in the grooming of firstborn children as replica of the parents, or a reflection of the hopes and dreams the parents had when the child was born. The child's dream and identity are subdued, and in the worst case scenario, dies off. For firstborns born into royalty, there is an even greater pressure. They grow up sometimes with a dynastic social anxiety that drives them to live up to the reputation of their lineages. The firstborn with famous ancestors are faced with pressure of having the same achievements as those of their well-known predecessors. All of these demands, expectations, and pressures can together frustrate the firstborn and make them react in deviant ways. Contrary to society's demands and expectations, some firstborns reject the responsibilities altogether and actively become the exact opposite of what is expected of them because of the burden that comes with being a first child as the rebel culture envelops them. Being a firstborn child is a double-edged sword that bears the bull and bears burden in combined and equal measure.